Hello everyone, I am Sankalpa and today I am going to guide you on how to use Adobe Lightroom on mobile applications. I am using an Android phone for this tutorial, but I believe this is going to be a similar process for all the other mobile devices. So on my app store I am going to search Adobe Lightroom, and this is the app you need to install. As I have already installed it, I do not need to do it again. So after you install Adobe Lightroom and log in with your UNM ID, you are going to see this page. On left you are going to see these kind of options with settings about Adobe Lightroom versions and all, but we are not going to use it today. We are just going through the importing and working with the lights on Adobe Lightroom today. So after you get into this page, you are going to import some pictures. You can also import an album by tapping here, but I'm just going to add some photos. I already have 2 photos, but if you ever want to add any other photos, you just go and tap here. You just go ahead and tap here. So if you ever import any picture that you do not want to work on, you can always go and delete it by tapping here. And yeah, it gets stored on your deleted items. You can always recover it back as well. So if this is the picture you want to work on, then you just tap it and it opens up. We can see many tools on the bottom of this page. So we are just going to use the light function today. So under light you have 6 of these sliders, and these are the things that we are going to learn today. The first one is exposure. The exposure slider controls the brightness of the entire picture. If you move towards your right, it makes the picture more brighter. And if you move towards your left, it makes the picture less brighter. It's all about what you want your picture to be like. If you want to make it more brighter, you just go ahead and slide it towards the right. But if you want your picture to be less brighter, you just go ahead and move the slider towards the left. Yeah, so this is what I want. And if you ever want to reset it, you always have a button here. So just below exposure you can see contrast. So moving towards the contrast, this slider controls the contrast between the light and dark color objects in the picture. So moving towards the right makes the objects more contrasting between each other, while moving towards the left makes them less contrasting. Yeah. So I want a picture to be more contrast. So likewise, moving on to the highlights, the highlight slider controls the brightness of only the darker parts of the picture. So moving left darkens the highlights and recovers details, while moving towards the right brightens the highlights and reduces the details. Yeah. So as it increases the brightness of the darker parts, we are reducing the details of the shadows and all. So the next thing is shadows itself. So shadows are similar to highlights, but it controls the brightness of the darker parts. Moving left deepens the shadows, while moving towards the right brightens the shadows to recover the details. So it seems like a bit opposite of the highlights. Yeah, and I again repeat, it's all about what you want your picture to be. It's not like you have to have your shadows to 25 or minus 14. It's all about, it differs according to the picture, and it differs according to what you want your picture to be. So I just want it to be here. So whites. So after shadows we have whites. Whites controls the brightness of the image. Moving towards the right makes more of the objects and colors in the image appear more whiter, while moving to the left makes more whiter objects appear less whiter. So you can check it out. Yeah, a little bit of difference in moving towards the left. So as you might have guessed, the blacks are exactly opposite of whites. Black slider sets the black point of the image, and moving towards the left makes more objects closer to black in color appear completely black, while moving towards right makes them less blackish. Moving towards the left makes more objects closer to black in color appear completely black. Yeah, that's it. You can see the windshields of the car going almost completely black. And these are some of the basics. So after you are done with your picture, so if this is the final product and you want to export it, you just go ahead and click this button and you just save to device, and this automatically saves your picture. And the other thing I missed out is, so when you are working with this editing stuff in the sliders and you just wonder how your raw picture or the original picture look like, you just go ahead and tap on the picture and it will show your original picture. So that's it for today. Thank you and have a good one.